Yeah. So Disney officially bought out all of Universal for Hulu.
Removing Universal from the committee.
Yeah, they removed Universal from the committee. And I'm sure that felt really good. They had to pay $400 million to do that, but I guess chump change.
That's like one
Disney.
Disney cruise ship.
More.
Yeah.
That's like one Disney cruise ship. That's not a big deal.
Right.
Or Disney aircraft carrier if they're building an army now. I don't know what.
But Universal will be partying on that Disney cruise ship as they sail to Dragonland.
Dragonland, their own land.
Silver linings here.
Do you think they took their Hulu investment and put it all into their theme park just to...
Yes,
they would have had
that's
to put
why they sold
a lot of
Yeah.
things into this theme park.
Yeah.
This is the Off the Break Podcast, your podcast dedicated to current movie theater news, operations, and insights from the people that book the movies.
And we're back with the lead up to the big summer movies. Our first big June opening this weekend.
Yay!
But more importantly, we have a special happy birthday for a special
Lame.
birthday guy.
Oh, lame.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Ken.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Ken!
Woo!
You go, girl. 38 never looked so good on you.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
I like how 38 looks on
Oh,
you.
shut up.
You're my boss. I can't say anything
Yeah.
like
He's
that.
blushing.
Of course I am. You did that on purpose.
You said that in front of Kyle.
I know.
He's so mean to me already.
And our tens of listeners, okay?
Now everyone knows you guys like each other, especially on birthdays. That's weird.
That's weird.
But yes, we need to talk about this big opening, How to Train Your Dragon. We've been leading up to it for a few weeks, mentioning its box office tracking, and
It looks like we're right kind of where we predicted it,
Yeah,
between
but-
70 and 80.
Yep.
Yeah, but 75, and that's better than 60 to 70. And that's
And it's better than all of the other Dragon prequels,
every other Dragon
Yeah.
film.
So
yeah, I wasn't. Were you meaning the TV show for a second there? when
No,
you were
I
saying
meant
prequels.
I
or
meant to
just-
say like this one is a
Sequels,
sequel, but
prequels.
it's not. It's a reimagining.
Yeah.
Live action.
a
Whatever.
spectacular reimagining.
Yeah. I hear, that the action is really good and
Yeah.
Gerard Butler's Viking. Like, there's dragon,
Great.
CGI dragons. Like, what more do you want?
yes.
Right.
And then it's PG. Like, all right, now we're in.
Take your kids.
Yep.
Enjoy it.
Yep. You certainly will.
And then we've got other tracking stuff.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers very secretly went out with Superman tickets on sale yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't,
guess
didn't fail to inform us or
Right. There was some informing, but it was like I'm not even thinking about July. I just need to get
well, they had their trailer announcement.
Yeah.
Yes, a trailer and tickets on sale. But normally we get inundated with stuff like,
Right.
put your tickets on sale. This is a big deal. Get it up.
this is very
Crickets.
quietly.
Crickets.
Yeah.
It was
True.
like I found it came up in my
But that's July
My
Cody's
Google feed.
problem. So I want to talk about June Cody's problem. And June Cody it has a problem that there's so many good films and they're all going to railroad over each other.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Elio. 28 years later.
Yeah.
F1. M3gan 2.0.
And 3gan 2.0.
She's back.
She's back. So, yeah. And we're looking at, $40 to $50 million openings for the bulk of all
bulk of
these.
these, yeah. Mhm.
So,
Which is crazy to see that many in a row so squished to each other to have that kind of tracking.
We're gonna have a
Yeah.
lot of like $100 million weekends between 2 and third place.
yes,
Like it's just gonna be
the
sitting
combination will be huge. And I think the next really big possible $100 million opener will be Jurassic.
there.
Yeah.
Jurassic could be 200.
No, it
Jurassic
won't.
is gonna be huge.
Oh my gosh. No, they've never opened
It's
that
the
big.
biggest opening in the history of openings.
I think
Should
they'll
we
be
find out
luckily-
how big they opened?
I
Yeah.
think they'll be between 95
Yes, please,
and
Kyle.
105.
That's what I'm here for.
Cody, it with the 5 day, it's gonna be a $250 million opening.
No.
No.
No, that's only Avatar and Star Wars level.
Are we talking about like currently or like in all time?
No, just take
No,
the last three.
just-
Just take the last three.
The last
Number
three,
one.
what did they open to?
I'd say number one, Jurassic World with Chris Pratt was probably over 200.
Everyone after that,
Yeah, this is a new trilogy.
like the total cumulative gross went down.
The total cumulative gross. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Do we not see
If you-
Superman playing a role in like hurting Jurassic World,
No.
or do you think they're just two different stories?
I think they're, yeah.
Why can I not?
How about you
Google
go?
is so broken lately.
How about you go to our site?
I'm
then
doing
just
our site.
Pull up the comp titles because they're all there.
Oh, I should have done that.
I'm doing
instead.
that.
You're right.
Because I cleaned that up, Kyle, and put all the comp titles like 1, 2, 3.
Way to go. So no, you don't see Superman hurting Jurassic World's opening at all.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not excited for Superman.
Jurassic World #1 on a June 12th opening on a Friday,
Yeah.
$208 million.
Okay.
The next one was 248.
Okay.
Dominion was 148.
One. Yeah. Okay. There
Dominion
we go.
was 145 in June of 22.
Okay.
This is going to be easily 200 million for the 3-day. This is going to 250 for the 5-day.
Feedback that people are just not as excited.
It is going to be
That
massive.
There's going to be so many dinosaurs.
This
I
is
think
going
a
to be
150
so big.
is very doable.
I think the Jurassics were built for the young generation coming into the theaters, all of them.
Yeah.
This one is built for our generation. This is millennial Jurassic coming in.
I don't think we
it has
have
people
time,
that we
Ken, to go to
know.
the movie.
It's people that we know in the movie. This isn't
Yeah.
about. It's about it's obviously all about the dinosaurs, but no, it's going to be so
Okay.
There's not a. There's
Well,
not a
my
word
point
big
was
enough.
that-
Okay, we used Dominion last time, and that was a huge word.
I mean, and certainly the 4th of July weekend, the extended 4th of July weekend, you can see like huge grosses on that weekend
Okay.
usually.
Maybe for the 5-day, I'll give you 200.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
And then I'll take another 50, and then I'll dunk on you when it does 275.
Dunked on
275 seems a little extraneous.
It is going to be the Superman of movies this year.
But nonetheless, just expect big things out of Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Because it July looks good.
Right. And then
And that's nice to see.
and
Like
then we got
usually it gets a bit dry.
Superman, and then we got a few other kind of like known titles with Smurfs and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and there's a few.
Fantastic
The
Four.
Naked
And
Gun.
then- yeah, and then
Is
we've
that in
got
July?
yeah.
Or it's
No,
like
it's
first
August.
week of August.
Okay.
No, we do have Fantastic Four at the end
Yes,
of July.
we do.
Gotcha.
No, Disney's got their 4-week program
Yeah.
going through.
4 week.
Yeah. Which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I would love them to put, we looked at M3GN 2.0 here all year and we're like, why did they put that there? The last one was in January.
Put it back in January.
I know it's going to work great. It's going to work great in the places that are able to open it because of space.
Right.
For all the drive-ins I work with, like we have 6 straight weeks of Universal product because they put these all together. So the last week or the 27th, when it's the possible 3rd week of Dragon, we have M3GN 2.0 opening.
Right.
Which is going to be awesome to play and bump
then
up
you
that Dragon
have
Gross. And then you
M3
have
into Jurassic.
And then you have Jurassic
Yeah.
as the first show and M3GN as the second show. M3GN 2.0 as the second show.
Thank you. It was driving me nuts.
2.0, the Redux. But it's like, it's a really solid stretch of movies that is encompassing audience. And, I can't say enough about PG-13 horror. R-rated horror is its own kind of genre.
Right.
From PG-13, great.
Yeah.
I mean, that they had that drop that shouldn't have done any business. It did way better than it should have because of that PG-13.
That rating is so good.
It's so important.
It just encapsulates way more audience.
Especially in the
rating.
horror genre.
Yeah. Or the action or yeah. You don't have to worry with that rating.
Well, what about F1 then, real quickly? Because that's also the same release or the same date as M3 and 2.0.
The only issue I think with F1 is that it's going to appeal to older audiences because its main star is Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be
And it's
older
gonna-
men, I think, mostly are going to be really excited for it. And so it'll carve out its own audience, but it's not going to be... And it has the potential to be an all-audience film, but I kind of see it carving out that adult male audience the most.
F1 is a soccer type sport with
Right.
being popular in the US. It's a fringe sport right now. They're like, it's the fastest growing sport of interest for people. Well,
Right.
fastest growing from 1 million to 2 million. This is a niche thing. If
Right.
it didn't have Brad Pitt in
If
it,
it didn't, yeah.
just like Gran Turismo was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kyle's got 40 million here. I mean, at 40 million, it could be Brad Pitt's second largest opening of all time.
Yes,
which is crazy. It's like the Tom Cruise rule before he started knocking these out.
Right.
Or it's like 35 million. That's his biggest opening ever.
Right.
before Tom Cruise is like, I'm going to do Mission Impossible Fallout. Then I'm going to do Top Gun Maverick.
I think the 40 million projection for F1 is a bit of a reach, although I guess IMAX sales could help with that, but
Oh, I think that there's enough there.
I would think
that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
I would. It seems so odd, like 40 million with how excited they are for this,
Yeah.
versus how excited Warner's was for Minecraft. Like they weren't so excited for. They knew it was going to be fine. They knew it was going to be good. But then when it blew the doors off, like I told you so.
Right.
It's like no, you did not. For as much press as they're doing, as far ahead of time for this. And how much money they've spent on this, like it has to be 40 million. I would assume is a disappointment at that number.
Well,
with as much as out there.
don't they also have Apple breathing down their necks about it? Probably it's like an Apple joint.
Oh, I'm sure it's a
production.
whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure. As we're going to get into corporate speak here very soon with
Oh,
our
boy.
next topic, I'm sure with these corporate lines of shareholders and stockholders and C-suites and all these stupid things that are involved in movies nowadays. Like
Instead
there's
of the actual movie.
yeah, there's hundreds of people that are like that have differing opinions on the same thing and have the same amount of power and work for a dozen different companies.
Yeah.
Can't make films by committee. You can't promote films by committee. You can't get excited about films by committee.
No.
No.
Well said. So do we want to jump into
Yeah.
that next topic then?
Yeah. So Disney officially bought out all of Universal for Hulu.
Removing Universal from the committee.
Yeah. They removed Universal from the committee. And I'm sure that felt really good. They had to pay $400 million to do that, but I guess chump change.
That's
to
like one
Disney.
one
That
Disney
feels like it
cruise
should
ship.
be more.
Yeah.
That's like one Disney cruise ship. That's not
Right.
a big deal.
Right.
Or Disney aircraft carrier if they're building an army now. I don't know what.
But Universal will be partying on that Disney cruise ship as they sail to Dragonland.
Dragonland, their own
So,
land.
silver linings here.
Do you think they took their Hulu investment and put it all into their theme park just to
Yes,
Would have had
that's
to put
why
a,
they
a
sold
lot of
Yeah.
things into this theme park.
Yeah. So, I don't know how that's going to change all that much. It's interesting that this is coming about because this takes years, and so a few years ago when everybody was creating their own streaming, it was like, why would Disney need two streaming services? I think it really does help Disney to have more of their TV and more of their adult stuff on something that's branded more for adults.
Sure.
Disney Plus, when you log in, still just feels like for kids. Like, I know there's different sections. You can go to the Star Wars section and you can go to the Marvel section and stuff, but on my homepage, it just still feels very much like it's for kids.
I don't know. It's odd seeing like crime shows on the same platform as like Bluey on the
Yeah.
Disney Plus app. It's gone a little weird.
It is
more
gotten-
than I thought it would.
Right. I thought there would be more distinction between the Disney Plus but they're mixing them both. But now looking at it, I'm surprised that I wonder if Universal's regretting getting out because of the bundling that's
After
needed.
one day.
Yeah, well, the bundling that's needed in the streaming. Now, standalone streaming services, unless you're Netflix, really aren't great. So you're bundling them to try to get your subscribers.
And
Right.
Peacock, like
Sucks.
Netflix, is not one of those where you can do add-ons to it.
Right.
Like Prime is, like Hulu is, where you can get an HBO subscription, where you can add ESPN, where you can add these things to them.
Right.
Add Showtime.
No, I mean we're just seeing that when it comes to the streaming thing. Like the bundling is the key more so than someone individually
Yes.
owning their individual streaming
We
platform.
got rid of our cable service because we didn't want to pay for everything, and
That we
now-
weren't watching.
And now we're
Right.
bundling so that we can pay for everything that we're also not watching.
Yeah.
and we're
Yes.
paying more for it than we were 10 years ago.
Thanks for making this worse, but the same.
Yeah.
Worse, but the same.
But I totally feel like I'm
Exactly.
in control because I can just add or cancel my subscription at
Yeah.
will.
So I guess then, like, is that all that this means? Does this just mean that Disney is sticking to them being only on their own island versus Universal being okay with parting with them and just teaming up with other companies, or does
I
it have
think you're
anything
gonna
to do
see-
with windowing?
I think you're going to see Universal put more money into their own streaming, obviously.
Okay.
After
More
they've
exclusive windowing of
Yeah.
their content on their platform.
Yeah.
Less sharing.
After they've put so much money into it already.
Right, and that they're stuck with it now.
They're all stuck with them now.
But I do think that
Peacock, whoever sold that name,
Right.
is
They
just like,
made $5 million.
yeah.
Is that too high?
that guy was just the greatest salesman of all time.
Yeah.
We're NBC. We're going to call it the Peacock. It's great. Remember the
Yeah.
old TV? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. And
That
then,
idea we had in the 50s that is still going strong. Let's just
And then everybody's
had that for this
branding it
age.
Disney Plus. They're like, so we could have a Universal Plus for free.
right.
And not confuse people with
Paramount's like, we went Paramount Plus and it was really easy.
it was super easy. We didn't even need new branding.
Yeah.
A new logo.
Have you seen Max's announcement that they're changing back to HBO Max?
Yes. So lame.
You have
It's
to
just the way of the world now.
Yeah.
Everything changes and you don't know where you're going to find stuff to
I'm
watch.
like-
It's great.
the only
yeah.
constant is change. It's just whether or not you're willing to accept that particular kind of change at that particular time.
Well, the only change that I appreciative for is that the studios woke up and realized that theatrical was needed to add value to whatever
And-
thing there was on there. So Moana is the best example. That was a movie made Moana 2, movie made for streaming that they were like, oh, let's put this in theater. Let's juice it up a little bit and put it in theaters. And then they did and made like $1 billion on
Wasn't
it.
that the story
Lilo-
with Lilo too,
Yeah,
though?
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. I think Freakier Friday, I don't know if it's going to do
Right.
Lilo numbers, but
It's not, but it's just that they are
it's going to get an
to-
audience.
They're going to see more value out of it, recoup more costs, and then have a longer, better viewing run on their platform.
Yeah.
It looks like a prestige picture versus a throwaway thing.
Yeah, and I just
Yeah.
think that it makes anything on Netflix look like garbage still. Like, why do people even want to watch? I don't think anybody watches movies on Netflix.
I don't think they're in the movie game.
No.
Or I don't think for audiences they're not in the movie game. I almost
Their series, though, are amazing. I will say I like watching TV shows on Netflix.
that's what they
I
I
like-
mean, they didn't start off that way, but
No.
obviously when they got into this business it was because of TV and
Yeah.
they did great on that.
I do love watching shows. I like watching their anime live action adaptations. I like they make events. They do a lot of good stuff. Movies, not one of them.
Yeah.
They just do
Hulu
not
had
get it.
a new Predator animated show.
Oh.
Or it's a movie, I guess. It was 90 minutes. And I was all fired up for this, but watching it, it's 3 vignettes that are 30 minutes each or less.
Yep.
And it was like, this was supposed to be a series, but then they realized it's like, we spent $25 million on this. That's enough.
Or we
We'll
didn't
stop
have
at
enough
3.
story.
Or we didn't have enough stories.
Yeah.
We can only have them fight so many people from so many different eras.
Yeah.
They're like, so who's going to fight American fighter pilots,
Yeah.
samurais, and Vikings?
Medieval knights?
Who else is there? Yeah, knights. And they're like, oh no, they would waste those guys. It wouldn't even be-
Pirates?
And they're like,
Predator on a ship? Wait a minute.
pirates were not good fighters.
No, it just I don't think they would work quite the same. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's not much to add on then for like
No.
this story outside of just
Watching it develop and how they repackage Hulu now.
yeah.
Because I wonder if Hulu isn't going to be more of a bundle in of itself of all of Disney services. Like you could have Disney
Oh, it
Plus,
already
you could have
is,
ESPN,
yeah.
or you could have it all combined on this one.
Yeah, that's exactly. They can just allow that more. Now.
Right.
And
Yep.
They have more. They have all the control.
and Disney, more than anybody, with their 1950s theme park, knows which side of the theater screen their bread is buttered on.
Yeah.
Like they know better than anybody else. Like, especially now after these 2 very recent examples, they're like, okay, theatrical experience is important because that's how we sell everything else we have.
Yeah.
Everything else. That's, you want to see Moana Princess in our park, you better want to see her movie in the theater.
Yeah.
When Lilo and Stitch opened, the highest grossing theater in the country, which is rarely the highest grossing theater in the country, was the Disney AMC.
Yeah.
I did not know they had their own.
Yes.
At Disney Park, they have an AMC, and the number was outrageous. It was like, it's great, and sometimes Disney stuff does okay, but we also opened Mission Impossible. It was, I think it's 20 screens. It had to have been playing on 12 screens there out of 20.
No, it was all of them.
It
Are
was
you kidding me?
everything. I mean,
Disney, no, you guys should have some screens. We insist.
It's fair and competitive that way.
we gotta.
Mission was like 5% of what Lilo's. It was so crazy. They had to have been opening. We always joke about this with big movies, like when Avengers Endgame came out. We're like, oh, your theater has 6 screens. Well, guess what? For this opening, it has 8, and you're going to be playing it in the bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to play it on any flat wall you have
Right.
in the theater to sell as many tickets as possible.
It's just,
And that's what Jurassic World Rebirth is going to do.
it's coming.
And it's going to be good. I don't want to poo-paw it, but your over-enthusiastic response to it makes me want to see it die.
You're lucky I'm holding back from my enthusiastic
Oh, my God.
for Superman, not for
Yeah.
Jurassic World. I mean,
Okay,
Jurassic
that's
World
fine.
will break the bank, but Superman, I think we should expect big money off that.
Looking
Okay.
at the Superman on Kyle's screen
I
in
know
front
right
of us.
now, in black and
That
white.
guy
Oh, I
looks
totally
like-
didn't mean to do
That
that.
guy looks like he literally sweats corn.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Boring.
That's some Midwest sweat right there.
Yeah.
Go shuck the corn and then save the world, Superman.
Via the very pale cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
Hey, I believe.
Superman, but we spell it R-E instead of E-R. something dumb like that. Superman.
Superman.
Super home. Like, oh my God. All right. Well, speaking of enthusiasm, Cody had a lot of enthusiasm
I
going
did.
into her bucket pick this week.
I was really excited. So it was 90s theme, and since there's so many good movies in the 90s, and we reminisced over all of our favorites, and it was really hard to pick one. We're like, let's pick one we haven't seen before. And so I picked Point Break because that's a classic that everybody talks about and is like, oh, I've seen that, but I've never seen.
Yeah, like
So-
none of us here have seen.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I have absolutely seen
Ken
this
has
I didn't,
seen
so
it.
many times.
I didn't mean to look at you for
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
wasn't
So
being
many
like,
times.
Ken, it's me.
It's me and Kyle have
Yeah.
not
lived
seen
in this
it.
space so many times. There were so many lines from this that I remembered and reminisced, and
Yeah.
I was like, Cody, this is the part. And then I was like, no, there's like 45 seconds before the thing I wanted to see happens, but I'm like, yep, this is when it happens.
You remember it getting there sooner.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So I don't feel like the 90s were that far away. So I'm like, oh, okay,
Sure.
this feels pretty present. But watching that, I was like, the 90s are so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves looks so young in this.
Yeah, it didn't help the next day I saw an interview of him and he's just gray everywhere.
So gray and grizzled. I mean, he's still very handsome.
Oh, yeah,
He's
he
still
looks
a
great still.
Very
Yeah.
handsome man. But
And Patrick Swayze's been dead for like a decade.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right. So that was crazy.
Gary
to
Busey's
see.
been crazy since like
Oh.
30 minutes after this movie finished
Oh,
wrapping.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
how
just
times
has
have
that
changed.
face. It's just crazy face. Even if
No. Drugs,
Even if he wasn't
drugs and
dead.
mental illness and all sorts of things have happened to Gary Busey, but it's like basically my whole life. He's
Right.
been a mess, but
Yeah.
he shows up in this like amazing.
You're like, oh yeah, he was a really good actor at one point.
I don't get the Busey hype myself, but he is good.
Yeah.
I just feel like any character actor could have been in there and I would have been happier.
Right.
I just am not a Busey guy. but
He is a little hard to look at sometimes. Just something about him.
Yeah,
he's
good.
He's funny Nick Nolte. That's
Yeah.
what he was like. His spot was.
Yeah.
He was like funny Nick Nolte. Neither of them are handsome. I mean,
No.
Nick Nolte was like runner up for like sexiest man alive in '93 or '94, which is crazy.
Oh, gross.
Insane. Yeah, but he's funny Nick Nolte.
The 90s were a long time ago.
So long ago.
Didn't Nolte look crazy in the 2000s?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
10
that
years.
was.
But-
The original Incredible Hulk was where he had that crazy picture where he got caught
Yeah.
drunk driving
Yeah.
on medication.
Well, Keanu Reeves was so handsome in this. So hot. Him and Patrick Swayze. That was the best part of the whole movie, was just staring at him the whole time.
Hey, I'm sure many people will agree with you on that point.
Yeah.
No, both of them are fantastic in this. They play off each other so well.
They had good action in it. I particularly liked the chasing on foot. I didn't. The car chasing was okay, but where they're shooting out the back of the cars and stuff. But I liked what was on foot because it was a camera that followed the action through super tight little alleys, and then they had set up shots. It's really coordinated and really good.
And we were, I say just in LA, but we were in LA in March.
Yeah.
And it's so LA.
Oh, it was so LA.
You're just like right there in the
at.
spots. It was great.
The location stuff. It's just nice that it's on
throws
location.
the pit bull at Keanu Reeves.
Right.
And I remember that part, but it was like still surprised me when he does it. And Cody's like, did he just throw a dog?
Yeah.
Did he just drop kick a dog? And I'm like,
Kick the dog.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Throw him off the scent.
They had great lines in it. And then I liked seeing the one actor from Scrubs just yelling, the captain.
John C. McGinley.
Oh, yeah.
Just yelling at him all the time. And I'm like, it's weird not seeing him in Scrubs, but he is the same guy.
No, he's great.
And then
he's great in that role.
He gets punched out, which is like,
It feels... This is like pre-Fast and Furious for sure. Like,
Right.
I was expecting Keanu at the end to join like the team of surfers robbing the
I
banks.
think he wanted to.
A little part of
There
him...
was a weird bromance going on there where he was like, I could get into this lifestyle.
I like that bromance. I don't know why.
It's...
Such
I don't
good
understand
chemistry.
it. It was very good chemistry, but I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why I don't know why he could not shoot this other guy.
It's
like,
just,
why
there's
could he
so
not
much-
take him down?
It's very much from the tree of James Cameron, where there's like subtext in like a major action movie. If you just had him chasing the guy and trying to shoot him, like it would have been a normal
Right.
action kind of thing. But then it's like so deep. And I remember watching this with like my dad growing up on TBS when it was on, and it was like, so he's like, there's no way my dad got like this subtext. He's like,
Right.
yeah, he just thinks he's cool or whatever. And it's like this whole like buy-in that you have to do and the whole thing.
I know,
like,
because it's not just Keanu to Patrick. It's Patrick to Keanu's character too. Like he tells him where he's going. He packs. Okay, after he okay, I did not get this. After he exposes himself as the FBI agent during their robbery and gets people shot and stuff, and it goes bad, he
takes him adventure skydiving.
He comes to him like he didn't know, and he's like, "We're gonna go skydiving," and he lets them pack his parachute. These guys saw his face; they know he's an FBI agent, and he knows that they know that they're the robbers. So I'm like, why are we all trusting each other in a plane? Like,
he doesn't.
It's
but he goes along with it.
He has to. He's at gunpoint probably.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Like,
Are there no? Do they not have their own guns?
No, this is
they were
before. Like they admit
after the foot chase.
Yeah.
Then they show up and they've kidnapped. They didn't even tell him they kidnapped the lady.
Yeah,
yet.
he doesn't know that his gal pal girlfriend has been kidnapped.
Yeah.
So he
So
just
this is
goes
in the
along
morning.
with it. He's like, maybe I did trick them. Maybe they didn't quite see my face.
Okay.
No, this
It's
is pure
weird.
trust. He just goes along pure trust.
Weird
that-
subtext.
Okay.
It's just the idea
and I'm like,
that
Ken, why is he allowing them to touch his
you know
parachute?
what it is. I think you got into it, Cody. They're just both so sexy. They can't not
chemistry. It's
trust
a
each other.
bromance.
They're irresistible to each other.
Yeah, in this movie, and it was like, am I really watching this happening?
He's like,
Yeah.
maybe if I go on the parachute, he'll buy me flowers. Like, maybe if I trust him.
He'll take me surfing again
I love.
to a secluded spot this time.
Well, I love that you mentioned the James Cameron like school of thought with this movie because Catherine Bigelow's the director.
Yeah.
Right,
She
and he
was married to
executive.
him,
Well,
yeah.
he executive produced this too.
and that too as well. Although it's just cool seeing her go from this to like what was it, Zero Dark 30?
Yeah.
That one was hers. It's just
I thought it wasn't it Hurt Locker?
Hurt Locker.
Oh, yeah, you're
and
probably
I
right.
think it
My
was
bad.
both, but
okay.
Hurt Locker. Yeah, no, I mean, incredible filmmaking. You have to start somewhere, but it's just like there may be too much subtext in this,
amazing-
like too much of these ununderstood feelings.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
But as far as like the shooting of it goes, when it very first started and it's all the surfing scenes, there were some amazing shots, and I was thinking about being back in the 90s in a movie theater, seeing those shots from like the water up and like catching those surfing shots. Those have to be iconic surfing shots in that movie. Like it was
she does great
so
job.
good.
Yeah, they are so well shot, and they capture like the vibe and like what he sees of like the surfer lifestyle and like their I don't know, rebellious nature, so to speak. And you're like, I kind of get why that's cool. I'd want to try that.
So I will say the big downer for me that kind of like ruined the movie a little bit. Keanu Reeves' love interest, horrible. She is annoying. She's ugly. She's a real uggo in this. It is. There is more attraction. No, there's more attraction between him and Patrick Swayze than there is between him and her.
That's the point.
But that's why they put Patrick Swayze in movies, Cody. There was more attraction between Patrick Swayze and the camera than there is between most male and female leads.
To be honest with you, she kind of ruined it for me because she was annoying and I just didn't like her character at all.
I don't think she was the best part of it, certainly, but
no, she ruined. She could have not been there. Just had a, I don't know. Could have been anybody else. She was not good.
Supporting women on this show.
I know it's terrible, but I think what happened is I have like an idealized version of what I think a surf girl in a movie is, and it's like post 90s Bethany Hamilton and what was that, like Blue Crush. Remember that girl surf movie? Like those are like
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, no, it's not Kate Hudson. It's Kate Bosworth.
Okay.
Kate Bosworth.
Well,
Bethany Hamilton. It's like a whole different girl surfer vibe, and I was like, this is
Kelly Slater. Wait, that's a boy.
Yeah. I just think that that's like in my mind this like your iconic surfer girl look.
But she's not like the other girls. Just like all of them are not like your average surfers.
She also,
Go ahead. Just say it one more time and get it out of your system.
Real uggo.
Okay. You ready for the next pick now?
Yeah, we all wrapped
Got it
up.
out of your system?
I did.
Okay, good. Okay, Cody.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. Come on.
Oh. Robin Hood Men in Tights! Yay! I love this one! Oh my god, I love this one. We're men in tights.
Great comedy.
Mel Brooks, Carrie Ewells, Dave Chappelle.
I am
I'm
Robin
trying to
Hood.
get your vibe. This is this yours?
No.
I didn't think so.
No,
Okay.
he didn't
No,
put it on
I've
your-
definitely seen this, but
You just started talking about it, and I was like, wait, this might... Is this yours?
no,
Okay, you tricked
no.
me.
This did not win any Academy Awards.
Oh, I forgot yours was a
Mine's a nominated and winning picture
prestige
from the
film.
90s, a prestige
well,
film.
Okay.
Somebody gave me a softball lob. I'm going to knock it out of the park on this one.
She's like, this one's easy.
I'm so excited.
No,
Carrie
very
Ewell's
good.
real uggo.
I am a Robin Hood that can speak with an English accent.
Jesus.
So I guess she's going to be back
Yeah.
on for next week.
Yeah.
She
I
can't-
get one more in before my trip. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so excited.
And then we'll find out whose pick this is next week, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't any of ours.
No,
I'm guessing it's Alyssa's.
I can see that.
I think that handwriting, I think that's Alyssa's.
It's a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical.
Definitely see that.
Would Shayla have seen a Mel Brooks movie?
No.
No. Well, maybe.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. That she knows of.
That she knows of.
I'm so excited for this.
She
pick.
tells us about 14 different Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
That are all like Robert Rodriguez movies.
I think, well, yeah. Dusk Till Dawn, easy mistake.
Yeah. That one was the easy mistake, but it was the other one. That was an Oliver Stone movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She was like, yeah, Tarantino. And
Right.
I'm like, I could see that, like third place adjacent, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
On that note,
Go
Big Dragon Weekend.
Big Dragon Weekend. Go see it.
Or just play it.
And just play it.
Or
but
go see it too. Do both.
Yeah.
Go see it. Lots
All
of
right.
tickets.
Bye,
Lots
everyone.
of concessions. Bye, everybody.
Bye.